So with Dragon Ball Super Episode 48 now officially in the history books, today guys, myself and MJ GeeklistTV are going to be sharing our thoughts, predictions, and speculations as to what's coming in Dragon Ball Super Episode 49. Now, in case you guys don't already know, in case you guys haven't seen my previous review on Episode 48, this video will contain loads and loads of spoilers. So if you guys don't want to find out what happens, if you guys don't want to know any of the details, simply tune off of the video, go check out the review, and then come back because in this video we're going to be talking about a lot of what happened in episode 48 and it pertains to episode 49. So you guys have been warned in that matter. So Mr. Geeklist, this episode, to me at least, was absolutely awesome. I mean, like, the pacing for this episode was great. Given the circumstance that next week we're gonna have both Trunks and Goku engage in battle, I believe is gonna be something that fans have been wanting to see for such a long time. I think well over 20 years in the making, because people have always wanted to see future Trunks and Goku fight ever since Goku came back when Mecha Frieza showed up and Trunks killed him off. So there's lots of lore building as to what's to come, especially with, you know, Black Goku now invading the past, figuring out a way how to time travel and whatnot. So I wanted to get your overall thoughts and predictions leading into next week's episode, because thus far in the comments have been blowing up. So far, the majority, like, you know, most people are happy about this, with the exception of a few people that I saw kind of complain about, oh, how was Black Goku able to travel throughout time so easily? And that's my question to you as well. I mean, it just seemed kind of off to me, because he was simply able to just maneuver throughout time very easily without a machine, without steroids, without anything. He just, you know, popped in and popped out. So I wanted to get your overall predictions that are going to lead into next week's episode, like beginning with Trunks versus Goku. Are you stoked for that, or are you just gonna say, like, you know, well, we've been there, done that, we've already had like that encounter, so it's not necessarily needed? Because certain people are saying that, well, that specific scenario isn't really needed, but I believe it's needed, because here you have a character who's been tortured by someone who looks like the very person you just opened your eyes and glanced upon. So what are your thoughts leading into next week's episode?
Well, I believe, regarding the whole Trunks and Goku thing, I think it's going to be similar to the android, or I guess the Mecha Frieza part, where he kind of like tells Goku like he wants to see how strong he is. In a sense, I feel like they're going to calm him down first. I don't think it's going to lead into, especially the way, I don't see that happening. It could happen, but maybe it won't. I feel like they're going to calm him down first, and then Trunks is going to, you know, ask Goku, like, just how strong are you? You know what I mean?
Calm him down how? Because you can clearly see that this is not a matter of testing of strength. Like, we see, like, Trunks is really going out here. Like, he's really fighting Goku, because you have to look at it from his point of view. It's like his mom was killed, and presumably his girlfriend, his friend, was ultimately killed by the exact same face that he's looking at right now. So, like,
but you also got to remember, the exact same face that was killed is standing just right next to him, Bulma. I just feel like if he kind of just, I feel like Bulma and Vegeta being right there, like just right next, I feel like they can't calm down. Plus, you got to remember, when he attacked Goku in the very beginning, I'm talking about the very in the Frieza saga or Android saga, whatever that little in between part was, he told Goku, I was going at you with all I got. You know, I hit you with the same moves I hit Frieza with, you know, when he was swinging his sword at him.
Right.
You know, so he could be, I mean, yeah, it did look like he was going at it with Goku pretty hard. I mean, Goku, like, he was taking it kind of like,
I definitely agree. I think that they're going to calm him down first, because during the early portion, I mean, especially with what he said towards the very end, like, he told Goku, you bastard. And Goku looked like he wanted to cry after he said that. Like, I was just like, I felt bad for him. I was like, yo, like, this guy, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he wants to say hello, and, you know, he's friendly. But here you have Trunks, like, wanting to deck him in the face like Roman Reigns style. I mean, I swear to God, this is WWE. Goku's John Cena, Trunks is Roman Reigns. Like, this is simply wrestling, like, just foreshadowing here. But nevertheless, so you're saying that they're gonna calm him down. So how do you think that's gonna play off? Because for me at least, in my prediction, I think that they're gonna fight. And I think Goku, not Bulma, not Vegeta, not Beerus, because Beerus is loving this. He's loving this. He's just, I mean, especially when he saw Trunks strike him, his jaw dropped. He was just like, what is going on here? Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to have himself a good time. And, you know, it'll really be cool to see future Trunks interact with him, but I think Goku's gonna calm him down. I think Goku's gonna knock some sense into can't even speak right now. Some sense into him, and just make him realize that, yo, listen, like, you're kind of hitting the wrong guy here. So, but who do you think is gonna calm him down? Is it Vegeta? Is it Bulma? Is it Little Trunks? Or is it gonna be Goku?
That's a good, I didn't think about that. Yeah, Little Trunks could. I didn't think about that. I can just imagine him turning and seeing Little Trunks. That would be kind of a surreal moment, you know what I mean? But I do get your point of view, though. I do get him just out of pure anger trying to beat up Goku because he thinks that's Black Goku. Because you gotta remember, he thinks Goku's dead in that timeline, so when he sees Goku, he thinks this is the Goku in his timeline, you know what I mean? He doesn't think this is the Goku from the good Goku, you know what I mean? Because you remember Goku said, well, the last time he remembers his Goku was that Goku said he was gonna stay in the other world, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he
so
doesn't
he's
know
like, what
Goku's...
the fuck, like, you're alive?
He's like, he doesn't know, so he thinks this is the Goku that's doing all this bad shit. He thinks this is Black, basically.
Absolutely.
So I think that's why he charged him, you know what I mean? So I get your point of view, Goku knocking some sense into him and kind of snapping him back into reality, you know what I mean? But if things go differently, I would still like to see it go the whole Android Saga way where he kind of tells him, you know, there's a threat. Just how strong are you, man?
Well, yeah, after he gets his ass kicked, there's no way he's managing with anybody there, but
because he's gonna tell him just power up because I need to test your strength, and that's when they're gonna go, and then obviously Trunks is gonna hit him, and then Goku's gonna get that shit out of here. You know what I mean? And
I mean,
Trunks
thus far, the way he blocked his punch, like like Goku had no problem with that, but he just looks so surprised, like, dude, why are you gonna strike me? So yeah, I love the whole, like, you know, premise of Beerus being there because he's just there to watch. But I think as of right now we have clarity that he's just gonna be doing more than just watching. Now I want to clear up something that's been talked about for weeks in the comment section on my Facebook post, on your comments. People have been talking about Goten. All right. If there is any other clear indication that this is not Goten, it was depicted in this episode. Why, you may ask, or how? Well, during the course of the beginning of the episode, we get to see Black talk to Trunks, and he told Trunks somewhere along the lines like, today is the day where your pitiful race is going to end. Like, he pretty much spoke to him as if he was a Saiyan, and Black was, you know, an entirely different being. So, Saiyans don't refer to Saiyans as Saiyans. I mean, name one character, canon or non-canon, that threatened their own race. Now, some people might say, well, Broly, but Broly never referred to Goku or anybody else as Saiyans, nor did he despise the race, because it just seems like Black despises the Saiyan race. And as I said in my review, this reminds me so much of Baby, because Baby purely hated the Saiyans because the Saiyans killed the Tuffles. Therefore, he took the form of a Saiyan. That way, he can know what it feels like to destroy the very people that, you know, destroyed his own race. So, yeah. I still think that whoever this is, whoever this may be, it is definitely not like the actual Goku that we're seeing, nor is it Goten or is it anyone else. I think that this person, this entity, is taking the form of Goku, perhaps maybe a shapeshifter, perhaps the Makaiyoshin, Zamasu, like the God King, quote unquote, that we had the reveal to earlier. In which case we're gonna get into a little later. So, like I want to know your thoughts on this whole Goten theory, because it's you can't really refute it entirely because we still don't know, but you have to look at the facts, guys. The way Black spoke to Trunks, he spoke to him as if they were two entirely different beings. So I want to get your thoughts on everyone's Goten theory here and what you make of that, comparing that to this episode.
I agree with them, man. It has to be the sleaze. I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
The theory, when I first heard about it, I already knew it was kind of stupid just due to the fact that we got confirmation it was Black Goku or Goku Black, you know what I mean? It wasn't Black Goten, it wasn't Goten Black, it wasn't Black Trunks, it wasn't Black Vegeta, it wasn't
Black Yamcha.
It was Black Goku, so it was kind of dumb. And then we got confirmation in episode 47, you're gonna die Saiyan. It's like, Saiyans don't refer to other Saiyans as Saiyans, you know
exactly.
what I mean? And then this episode, they really, I believe Herms even made it a point on his Twitter, they're really trying to emphasize that this guy is not a Saiyan, you know what I mean? Because you could just hear it in the freaking episode, he kept saying Saiyajin,
exactly.
Saiyajin, over and over.
He just kept referring to Trunks, and then he mentioned his race and stuff. He was like, oh, you're such you have a vast, prideful race. It's like, why are you talking about that? Like, Vegeta never referenced his race, Broly, Goku, nobody ever referenced their own race in such a way. So I just think that whoever this is definitely not a Saiyan or Saiyan.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. Could this be the green, mysterious god, Makaiyoshin, maybe? I mean, there's lots of lore building as to... I mean, because remember, the name of this quote-unquote Makaiyoshin, stems from the word archaic. And archaic means destruction, anarchy. So, you know, like, that's a foreshadowing in my opinion. I think that whatever, you know, is behind this Goku character, it ultimately stems from an archaic like origin. So I believe it just stems from an evil doing. But going back to the episode next week, though, however, we get to see him make his way into the past. How the hell, right? I mean, just nothing. Like what did you think of that? Because that bothered me just a little bit, because this is what I love Dragon Ball, bro. I'll be the first one to admit I'm a huge fanboy, but I nitpick a lot, because tell me how it makes sense for Goku to reach Earth instantly via instant transmission, and he could do that, but yet someone like Whis, who is the highest of the high in that respective Universe 7, cannot, right? It takes them roughly around, like, what, 26 minutes to get to Earth, whereas opposed to Goku, who knows the instant transmission, can get there easily. Now, we have Trunks, who uses a time machine. Presumably, you can get to wherever you want to get to within a, X amount of time. But we have Black Goku here. From what it looks like, there's a ring on his finger, and then all he does is channel his energy, and then he can just go wherever he wants. So, like, what are your thoughts on the inconsistency, the inconsistency portion? Because if Goku could get to Earth faster than Whis, how the hell is Black Goku able to, like, outmaneuver and travel throughout time without requiring a time machine? It doesn't add up here. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but like what are your thoughts on that? Like what did you think the minute you saw him appear behind like that purplish, blackish, aura that was surrounding his body?
Well, is it what Whis does a technique? I thought he just like flew between place to place.
Yeah, I mean, Whis flies, but like again, it's like, if Goku knows the instant transmission, how come Whis doesn't know anything similar? You get what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. It's like someone who's far inferior to you can travel faster. There were certain things that kind of bothered me, because I'm like, wait a minute, all right, so what if Goku and Vegeta left on their own, right? How long would it take Whis to get there without, there were certain things that didn't add up. But when I saw Black Goku make an appearance in the past, I was like, wait a minute, there's no time machine. So what the hell? So what did you think of that? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? And when he does show up, like, how do you think that's going to go down? Because the last thing I saw before they panned out to Goku was Vegeta kind of crossed his arms and he looked at, this black character with complete disgust. So, what do you think is going to happen here?
We know he invades the past due to the preview, for the next episode. So it's like, I really have no idea. Like, I know me and you can predict for days, but I have no prediction on how the fuck this dude got from timeline to timeline without a time machine. You know what I mean? That's I know there was like a detailed picture of that whole ring situation. You know what I mean? Like, that ring must have something to do with it, I'm guessing, right?
It has to be, because he was staring at that for quite some time now. But I think that the moment where he shows up, I think that's going to be towards the end of next week's episode. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily going to be in the beginning, because again, we still have to see Trunks fight Goku. But then
too,
when Goku saw him, how do you think that's going to come about? Because obviously he powered up, and he was looking up in the air with, like, not fear, but he was just like confused. He was like, what is going on here? So how do you think that's going to go about, Goku versus Black here? Like, how do you think that's going to go down? Is it going to be them two early in the beginning, or is it going to be someone else stepping in first?
Well, I'm afraid to answer, because, I mean, last time your commenters went all over me. But I guess if I had to say, I really wouldn't mind seeing Goku versus Goku Black first. But at the same time,
I can definitely see Beerus laughing at Goku if he loses, like, ha!
Yeah, I mean, because look at it. If he's invading the past, look at all the characters you have there. You have Kid Trunks, who can fight. I mean, he's a Super Saiyan. You have Kid Trunks, who can fight. You have Vegeta there. You have Goku there. You have a healed Trunks, who, I'm just pointing this out, who maybe got a Zenkai. I'm just pointing that out. There's still possibilities. He could have gotten one. Right. And then you have Beerus and Whis. It's like, you have so many people there for opponents for Black. It's just like, I mean, I guess Goku would probably be the first one.
I don't think that they would jeopardize the boys. The boys are obviously stupid sometimes. I mean, especially when they, fuse, they don't really fight serious. But I don't think that this is a situation to where they want to risk it, because I can't see both fathers just saying, oh yeah, let's just send in our fucking two dumbass sons to fuse, and then they can get derailed again for like the 50th time in Dragon Ball Super. So I think that, as you pointed out, it's probably going to be Trunks, Vegeta, Goku, Beerus, and Whis. That's 5 characters. So, Akira and Toyotaro referenced other characters, Zeno getting involved, and we don't even know where the fuck he is, but he is definitely out there somewhere, and he probably has an idea as to what's going on. I mean, once shit goes down, we have Champa and Varus, and possibly Kaba out there and Hit. So I don't think that this is going to, as you said a couple of weeks ago, I think you might be right here. I think that they might stretch this out a little bit, because there's no way they're gonna drag everything out in such a short amount of time, because we still have to bring in the other characters. So it's not like Goku can fight Black next week and then the next thing you know Champa appears. It's like there has to be a reason for him to show up, like, yo, what the hell's going on here? Because remember, like, Universe 6 and 7 are parallel, so I'm assuming that the vibrations of power can be picked up from different universes, perhaps. Like, I guess if Black was able to harness the power great enough, maybe Champa can detect that. He can show up like, yo, like, we just felt a disturbance here, like, what's going on? And maybe that gets him involved. But how do you think the interaction is going to go down between Beerus and future Trunks? Like, I would love to see that. So, like, do you think they're going to interact at all, or what?
Yeah, I definitely want to see their interaction. I hope they interact. Like, I really do. Remember last week we predicted, or was it two? Yeah, last week we predicted this episode would have a lot of explanation. Yeah. We didn't get that much, so I'm assuming that's going to be next week now. After Goku and Trunks fight, I'm assuming we'll get some explanation of the whole Black Goku thing while Black Goku's trying to cross timelines, you know? So, I'm hoping we'll get some explanation on Black Goku's origins, his motivation, and why he just wants to hunt down Trunks. I'm assuming the reason why he wants to hunt down Trunks so bad is because Trunks is the last person on the planet, right? It seems that planet, it looks completely wasteland, right? Over there, on his Earth anyways. But it's like, going back to the other question about the whole interaction between Goku and, like, who's gonna fight him first. I mean, this is going back to our last video about how strong Black Goku would be. I just still have a feeling, bro, that he's not that strong yet, man. I just have a feeling.
Here come the comments.
That you're telling me you're gonna drop him right there in front of a fully healed Trunks, SSB Kaioken times 10 Goku, SSB Vegeta, Beerus and Whis. It's just like, how can he handle all of that? Like, and if you're saying he can, like, right off the bat, like, it's just, then where the fuck did this dude come from?
It's like where the hell did he come from? Like, where was he the whole time?
If he can take all these dudes out, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the hell? It could happen. I mean, they did say Zeno will get involved, and if involved means fight, then yeah, I guess. But it's just like, sheesh, you know what I mean? Imagine starting the arc off with that. He one shots all of them, even Whis. Can you imagine that?
Like, oh my god, like I think I'd have a heart attack or something. I mean, like, there was a theory floating around that perhaps maybe this character came from the ruins of the destroyed universes that Zeno caused, so he's out there trying to extract revenge for what, you know, Zeno has caused to his universes and stuff. Perhaps maybe this was once a god and he had his throne be destroyed via this ultimate, you know, overseer and stuff, so maybe he wants to extract revenge by destroying all the other timelines. We'll talk about that separately, but I think that, I mean, just the way you put, like, that final phrase, you just said, oh, well, with Beerus and Whis and Goku and Vegeta and fully healed Trunks being there, like, how is he going to be able to handle all that? I mean, very good. I mean, yeah, you're right. How is he able to handle all that? But keep in mind, it's not like they're gonna jump him. Like, this ain't no Bloods and Crips. They're not gonna fucking jump him.
Pull the chains out.
Like, as awesome as that would be, can you imagine if they all, like, ganged up on him? Like, yo, it's Grove's Tree, son. They just beat the shit out of him. That would be pretty cool, but that's not happening. I mean, we all know Dragon Ball to be traditional 1v1. So yeah. I still think that what we saw was going to be pertaining to the final moments of the next week's episode with him showing up and stuff. In which case, I do believe episode 50 is going to be the actual fight, or at least, like, the full-on fight. But any final words before we go here? Because, I mean, again, people are curious to know, like, your overall predictions. What about Trunks and Little Trunks? Like, how do you think that's going to go about?
Dude, Trunks, like, almost had a heart attack by just finding out that future Trunks could possibly be, like, his long lost brother.
He said something about, like, Bulma had a illegitimate son with Vegeta, and he was all like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know, like, he's like, "Oh, I have a brother."
He's gonna freak out. Like, he'll probably faint. He'll faint through this whole ordeal. He'll wake up and then he'll be like, "What?"
Absolutely.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if he faints once he finds out that that's, like, his other self from a different timeline, and he faints through the entire arc? He wakes up and Bulma goes, "Oh, you just had a bad dream."
Yeah, right. Like he finally wakes up towards the end, and he's like, "What just happened?" And Bulma's like, "I don't know." I really want to see Goten encounter him because Goten would look at him like, "Trunks, did you get bigger? Like, what happened?"
Yeah.
Like, cause Goten's fucking stupid too. I love him so much, but like just seeing Goten look at him like, Trunks,
Yeah.
what happened? Like, that'd be really awesome.
Totally true.
Again, guys, if you guys have any opinions or predictions of your own, drop them down below. We would love to hear your feedback. Please, if you guys are really gonna support the Goten theory, please have some irrefutable factual evidence to support that. Because I've been reading some really good theories, and then there were those that were just like, oh, well, best friend versus best friend, and stuff like that. So if anybody out there has legitimate theories as to if this is Goten or whatever the case may be, drop your thoughts down below, guys. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys are stoked for episode 49, smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for the next video. Check out GeeklistTV down in the description below, guys. He just came back from the future. Subscribe to him before he goes back into the past, guys. Thank you all for watching once again, and we'll be seeing you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Peace.